Oh, hi there. I just got back from time traveling to ancient Rome. You know, and don't look at me like I'm some crazy person because this is not a regular wardrobe. This is a special wardrobe, my friend. This is a wardrobe that takes you back into time. By the way, what I'm wearing right here is called a toga, and I just found out when I went over to ancient Rome that this is not exactly an appropriate outfit for a woman. My name is Kaitlyn and I'm a time-traveling travel agent who wants to invite you to take an all-inclusive trip through this special wardrobe to ancient Rome. Some of the most significant things about Rome are the 7 hills of Rome. They are amazing sights to see. Now, here are some of the ones that I will show you on this map. The Aventine Hill is where Remus, one of the founders of Rome, chose to live. The Caelian Hill, right there, is where most of the more powerful people used to live. Capitoline, right here, this little hill right here, is where Rome's fortress is, and the temples of Jupiter, Juno, and Concord. Esquiline, right sitting over here, is a walled city, and it's been there since 700 BC. The Palatine Hill, right there, smack in the middle, is Romulus's hill. Now, this is one of the most important hills, but the most important is its capital. The Quirinal Hill is the hill of the Sabines, way up here, and the Minotlus is right there. Now, located in between the Palatine and Aventine Hill is the Romans' best place for entertainment. This is the Circus Maximus. There's chariot racing, it's used for public games, Roman religious festivals, and during the day there's horse racing, but the best part is during the night, because that's when they send the foxes out with their tails ablaze. Surrounding the hills is a beautiful wall called the Servian Wall, which is this smaller blue line. This was built in the 4th century BC when Rome needed some walls to protect it. Now in 3rd century AD, the Romans' population was increasing, so in 5 quick years they built this red wall right around here. Between the Servian and Aurelian walls is what we call the Campus Martius. Campus Martius is a big, huge field that was mostly just used for raising farm animals. You're probably wondering how in the world Romans got from place to place. Well, Romans did build roads. One of the most famous roads is the Appian Way. The Appian Way is here on this picture, and it's the red line just right there. It extends all the way from Rome to Brundisium. Another source that was used for entertainment was also the famous amphitheaters. The amphitheaters were used for gladiator combats and parties and animal sacrifices. It was a very huge thing. The biggest one was the Colosseum, which is very famous because it seats 50,000 people. If you went to the amphitheater and watched a gladiator fight, then by the end of the day, you'd be sitting under the sun, by the end of the day you'd be pretty hot and sweaty and stinky. And so now you want to go take a bath, right? So you go to the baths. Well, soap is still a luxury and nobody can afford it, so you have to use oil, and then you take a shower. A lot of the wealthy men back then would have a capsarius. Capsarius is a slave that would watch over their stuff, as thieves were common in the baths. I'd show you a picture, but you probably wouldn't want to see naked skeletons, so you're going to have to go see for yourself. The neat site is also the Basilica. The Basilica is a public building that started out as a court of justice, and it later became a Roman Catholic church. You probably know Romans are religious people, so they worship their gods. Now, each of the gods have their own specific temple, but there's one temple that is used to serve all of the gods. That is called the Pantheon. The temple of the god Saturn and the temple of the goddess Vesta are in what we call the Forum Romanum. The Forum Romanum is a place of business and commerce and administration of justice. Now, in the forum, there's another thing called the rostra. The rostra is a huge platform where a speaker would stand and talk to the people that are assembled there. He would give orations and deliver them to everybody there. My favorite monuments in Rome is called the Pyramid of Caius Cestius. Can you believe how many people lived in Rome by 100 AD? There were 1 million people. That's a lot. And all those people lived in 3 different kinds of houses: a doma, an insula, or a triclinium house. Now, have you ever noticed on the temples the huge columns? There are 3 different kinds of columns. There's the Doric, which is plain, there is the Ionic, which is kind of in between, and there's the Corinthian. The Corinthian is the fancy, beautiful kind. People in Rome needed water to drink, so they created the aqueducts. The aqueducts provide fresh drinking water, and they also provide bath water. Thank you for your interest in time travel tours. The cost for time traveling to ancient Rome is only $995, and if you act now, you can get 1 companion trip free. Thank you, and we'll hope to see you soon.